Martin Mull, the comic musician and actor who started with 1970s TV series, Fernwood Tonight, and went on to appear as Colonel Mustard in Clue, and on Arrested Development, and Roseanne, died Thursday in Los Angeles. He was 80. His daughter Maggie announced his death on Instagram, writing, "I am heartbroken to share that my father passed away at home on June the 27th after a valiant fight against a long illness. He was known for excelling at every creative discipline imaginable and also for doing Red Roof in commercials. He would find that joke funny. He was never not funny. My dad will be deeply missed by his wife and daughter, by his friends and co-workers, by fellow artists and comedians and musicians, and, the sign of a truly exceptional person, by many, many dogs. I loved him tremendously." Mull was nominated for an Emmy in 2016 for his guest role as political aide Bob Bradley in Veep. Most recently he had made guest appearances on The After Party, Not Dead Yet, and Grace and Frankie. He guested in 2015 on NBC comedy Community as George Perry, the father of Gillian Jacobs, Britta Perry, and on CBS comedy Life in Pieces. Mull had a recurring role from 2008-2013 on 2.5 Men as Russell, a pharmacist who uses and sells drugs illegally, and attended Charlie's funeral in the season 9 premiere episode. The actor also recurred on Arrested Development as a rather incompetent private investigator named Gene Parmesan, who has a habit of showing up in inane disguises. Mull was a series regular on Seth MacFarlane's single-season Fox comedy, Dads, starring Seth Green and Giovanni Ribisi as the owners of a video game company, in 2013-14, playing the father of Ribisi's character. After the attention he received for playing Barth Gimble on the syndicated series, Fernwood Tonight, he played one of the few lead roles of his career in the 1980 feature comedy, Serial, a satire of life, in Marin County in which Mull's Harvey Holroyd acts. In the words of the Technicolor Dreams blog, as the smart-ass audience surrogate, verbally challenging every facet of the Marin laid-back lifestyle. Also in 1980, Mull had a supporting role in Tony Bill's My Bodyguard, as the hotel manager father of Chris Macapice's protagonist Clifford. In Mr. Mom, 1983, Michael Keaton was the stay-at-home dad, Terry Gare was the working mother, and Martin Mull is the snaky president of the advertising agency, with plans for promoting Gare into his own life, in the words of Roger Ebert. In 1984 Steve Martin and Martin Mull teamed to create the sitcom, Domestic Life, in which Mull starred as a Seattle TV commentator, whose teenage son operates very successful businesses from his room, and makes loans to his parents, but the CBS series lasted only 10 episodes. The actor was part of the ensemble in Robert Altman's satirical, little-known take on the lives of high school boys, O.C. and Stiggs, 1985. That year Mull also played Colonel Mustard in Clue, an adaptation of the board game, one of the movie roles for which he is best remembered. He starred in and wrote the screenplay for another little-known film, the Robert Downey Sr. directed, Rented Lips, 1988. Mull tried series regular television again as the star opposite Stephanie Faraci of NBC's His and Hers, which disappeared after 13 episodes in 1990, and on The Jackie Thomas Show, 1992, starring Tom Arnold, and gone from ABC after 18 episodes. The actor began his voiceover sideline with 1993's Family Dog, an early series from Brad Bird, in which he provided the lead voice. Mull guested as himself on 2 episodes of Gary Shandling's HBO series, The Larry Sanders Show, in 1992-93. He also had a supporting role in Robin Williams' 1993 hit, Mrs. Doubtfire. Trained as a painter, Mull had practiced his art since the 1970s, and his work appeared both in group and solo exhibits. One of his paintings, After Dinner Drinks, 2008, which is owned by Steve Martin, was used for the cover of Love Has Come For You, an album by Martin and Eddie Brickell. He is survived by his wife, the former Wendy Haas, an actor and composer whom he married in 1982, and his daughter Maggie, a TV writer and producer.